Hi there, it's Angelique here from The Corporate Agent, and I'm filming this in Los Angeles. I am staying in a boutique hotel called the Custom Hotel, so it's sort of this minimalistic 70s mod decor, but it's a bit echoey in here, so I apologize for that. I've just come back from Allie Brown's house. We've wrapped up the day of shooting for her live webcast, which was part of the launch of her brand new program called Elevate. And it was a real honor and a privilege to be asked to participate in that. And it was a real opportunity to see behind the scenes on something like that. It was just fabulous. So it's definitely been a long day. I'm pretty exhausted and I'm about to sort of unplug and relax before we all go out to dinner in a few hours. But before I forget these things, I wanted to just capture some of the real lessons that I walked away from today. Not so much on the specifics of how to do a webcast, but really bigger picture stuff that was so obvious. And just watching someone like Allie, who has so much experience and she's so polished, but you know, she's not perfect and she doesn't try to be. And it was just so cool to see behind the scenes on this. So I wanted to share some of the big takeaways that I have from what I saw today. The first takeaway by far was that if you are going to have an event of any kind, whether it's virtual or live, you have to have a team to support you. I've certainly seen it on the live side, both with my own programs and with other people's programs, the importance of a team. But behind the scenes, there was just an incredible amount of people today all working together to pull this webcast off without any glitches, from the people handling the technical side of things to the folks who were taking care of us back in the green room, to those people who were there taking care of Allie, making sure she had everything she needed. There were, you know, drivers for the car to get all of us to and from the hotel. There were people to mic us up and do our hair and makeup, and folks to take care of lunch. It was just a real team effort, and it really reminded me that you can't do this stuff as a one-man band. You have to have the right people around you so that you can be relaxed and you can focus on what you need to focus on. And so if you watched Allie's webcast today, you probably noticed she was really comfortable, really relaxed, and really able to connect with her audience. And that's because she knew everything around her was being taken care of. So that was just a real reminder for me. The second big takeaway for me was that not only do things not have to be perfect before you move forward with them, but you don't have to have every last detail figured out. I think we can sometimes get into analysis paralysis, decision paralysis, where we just feel like we have to know exactly where we're going and every detail figured out, and everything has to be perfect before we're ready to launch it, before we're ready to put up a new website or reach out to, in the case of what I work on with my clients, reaching out to corporate clients, just, you know, having every last detail figured out. And you know, we have to remember money loves speed, and it's important to get that momentum going. And so it was really great to see that not everything was perfect today, but it was a huge success, probably because there were some imperfections, and we're all human, not everything's going to be perfect. So just really loved seeing how transparent and down the earth Allie and James were, and all the stuff that was going on behind the scenes. It was just a really comfortable atmosphere. And for those of you watching, you probably picked up on that as well. And then, you know, the third and final lesson that really hit me once I got back to my hotel room is that as women especially, but as small business owners, solo business owners, we can't be afraid to ask. Whatever the ask is, we can't be afraid to make it, whether it's asking for an introduction or a referral, a testimonial. You know, Allie sent out, you know, an invitation to those of us who appeared on this live webcast today, asking us if we would join her and be there with her for this. And you know, I'm from Baltimore. Allie lives in Los Angeles. It was a 4-hour live cast. I think I was probably on for about 15 minutes. So I've flown from Baltimore to California, 6 hours here for a day, I fly back tomorrow. That's a big commitment of time, and I know that a lot of us would never send out an email to people saying, will you give me a testimonial, let alone ask them to fly to California. But we were so honored to do it. We knew it was a privilege, and we really just appreciate the work that she does. We think she's amazing. We think James is amazing. We were thrilled and happy to do it. Thank goodness that she had the courage to ask all of us, because I know a lot of us, I'm guilty of this too. That's why I'm talking about this. I won't always ask people for that introduction. I won't ask for the referral. I won't ask for the testimonial. I won't ask for the things that I need, even if it's just help. If I ask to be a part of a program or something like that. So I think the big thing for me, seeing how thrilled all of us were to be able to support somebody who's given so much to us, that we just can't be afraid to ask, especially us women, and asking each other for help and support when we need it, because more often than not, the person who's receiving the request will leap at the chance to help us. And if they say no, then they say no. But we have to stop being afraid to put people out and not ask, because if it was reversed, more than likely you would be more than happy to help the other person out. So that was my 3 big takeaways. Make sure you have the support you need when you're doing a launch or an event, live or virtual. Stop trying to make everything perfect, and stop trying to figure out every last detail before you move forward. Just move forward. And last but certainly not least, let's not be afraid to ask. So just really want to capture that for you before I sort of tune out for the rest of the night. For those of you who did tune in, thank you so much for supporting all of us. Thank you to those of you who sent very, very kind notes and who have connected with me on Facebook and Twitter. I really appreciate that. So thanks so much, and I will see you again soon.